Race 4 Rose Hill coming up in about 4 minutes' time. The Kingston Town Stakes. Here's Ron with the late man to line. Here's Ian Craig.
So they're all set to go. This is the fourth of the day. The Kingston Town Stakes. Set. Already here at the Gardens, and off they go. And actually Domini first away from Ariante and Chrysler Mirage, and then dashing away, followed by Bullaborghese a couple of lengths into Grand Bellagio on the outside of Bondi Iceberg. Second last is Mrs. Tendulkar, and Beaver drops to the rear as they travel along past the 1700 marker, and Domini is the leader. Ariante sitting a length away second, Chrysler Mirage third, one out one back is dashing away. Then the roughy Grand Bellagio racing very erratically, followed by Bullaborghese on its inside. Mrs. Tendulkar on the outside of Bondi Iceberg, and 2 lengths to Beaver. So Woodland Stud running first and last as they head to the back, and Domini is in front by about a length and a quarter. Ariante. Similar margin third, Chrysler Mirage on the inside of dashing away. Then Bullaborghese. Grand Bellagio giving the boy a pretty torrid ride, so you got to take off on it now. And then comes on the outside Mrs. Tendulkar, 2.5 Bondi Iceberg, and a neck the outside is Beaver. Grand Bellagio swept to the front going past the 1,000 marker and halfway point, and Grand Bellagio a length on Domini, again racing up to within about a half length of the leader. 2.5 to Ariante on the outside of Chrysler Mirage, and then dashing away Bullaborghese. Mrs. Tendulkar third last, second last Bondi Iceberg, and Beaver brings up the rear. 10 lengths between first and last, coming along past the 650, and Grand Bellagio the despised roughie, 3/4 Domini. 2.5 lengths then, and now a little under that margin to Ariante, who's following Domini, and will pull round him now from Chrysler Mirage dashing away. Bullaborghese, Bondi Iceberg, Mrs. Tendulkar, and 3 lengths to Beaver straightening up, and little Lenny Beasley taking off on Ariante and goes after Domini, who beat off the roughy Grand Bellagio. So the favourites have drawn clear at the 250. Domini at Ariante. Ariante put his neck in front of Domini from dashing away, grinding away, and Mrs. Tendulkar coming late, but it's Ariante. Ariante a length dashing away, and it's Ariante's Kingston Town. Ariante wins it from dashing away. I think Mrs. Tendulkar might have nosed Domini for third, and then Beaver, who made up many lengths from Bondi Iceberg, a good margin away next. Bullaborghese, Chrysler Mirage, and Grand Bellagio brought up the rear. The winner is Ariante, number 6, ridden by Lenny Beasley. Number 6, Ariante, beautifully bred gelding by Falonte from Arietta, and raced by D. Miller, C. McNeil, M. Wilson, W. Rogers, D. Smith and D. Donahue, trained by Gay, and Lenny Beasley in the saddle. He's raced brilliantly this campaign, Ariante. He's a very happy horse in the stables, and he's enjoying his work, he's enjoying his racing, and it was just pop him into a perfect posse today, and he was simply too good for them. So I suppose that would give Gay an extra kick, because she's been able to win the Kingston Town Stakes, one of the 2 greatest horses trained by her illustrious dad, TJ. The winner is number 6, Ariante, Len Beasley. Second goes to number 9, Dashing Away, by Vice Regal from Miss Marple, trained by Bart Cummings. Corey Brown. Number 8, Mrs. Tendulkar third, by Luskin Star Saving, Guy Walter Glen Boss, and number 2 ran fourth, and that was Domini. 2:03.13 the overall outside Balnares's race record. 35.96 was the sectional time, and the winner is by Falonte from Arietta, as I say, has now had 12 starts for 6 wins a second and 2/3, and this afternoon scored by a long neck with a length and a quarter between second and third.
Okay, and an eye-catching performance from Dashing Away to run second in the race, a promising stayer. Another horse from the Bart Cummings stable to perform well today at Rose Hill. Okay, leaving it there, $2.60. $7.70 for Cool Trent, and the others there at double figure odds.
Now there's Cool Trent in the red colours going into the stalls. First start for a new ownership and new stable. Edgerton coming in now. Starters on the platform. Set to go. Lights been turned on. They're racing. Toes to the coast, jump reasonably down towards the inside. Edgton, the little tacker. Dandy Kid all the way fast with Amber Run, Vegas Show, and Suit driving up as they settle into stride now. Crystal Finale back second last. The little tacker goes through and heads the lead narrowly from Edgton. A length Amber Run, a length to Dandy Kid in fourth, and then El Seigneur Taste of the Coast. Azevedo in that bunch, including Suit and Vegas Show about 5 wide through the gap. Next is Keffel. Crystal Finale, Feel the Noise is back to second last, and last of all is Cool Trent. It's the little tacker from Edgton, a length to Amber Run. Dandy Kid, another 2 lengths away. Taste of the Coast off the bit at the moment, followed by Azevedo and then Crystal Finale. The little tacker and Edgton come to the corner in front of Dandy Kid, Amber Run, and next Crystal Finale. Edgton dashes to the lead now from Dandy Kid after it. It's Edgton from Dandy Kid and then Crystal Finale. Edgton about a half a length in front. Edgton punched out and Edgton beat Dandy Kid ahead. 2 lengths away third. Give it a Crystal Finale, a nose to Keffel, and then came Cool Trent running on nicely. Next the weakening, the little tacker. Feel the Noise never came into it, followed by Amber Run, Azevedo. Taste of the Coast, a shocker. Next to finish is Suit and then El Seigneur, and Vegas Show dropped out last. Edgton is the winner, ridden by Matt Pumper for Brendan Herbst. A big start to the quaddie, 19.10 and 4.30 for the winner. Dandy Kid running second, $3.50, and third. Four's got it, Crystal Finale, number 4, so it's 11.5 and 4. Fourth then going to number 3, Keffel, 11.5, 4 and 3, and they run 58.4 seconds. Edgton winning the race, sitting right up on the pace, had the winkers on for the first time today, sat outside the little tacker, shot to the front round the turn, getting a little tired, was starting to drift out in the straight a bit in front of Dandy Kid too. So whether we might hear more, there hasn't been too much between the pair of them on the line. First up from a spell, Edgton, and has always gone well fresh. Now 4 first up runs for 2 wins and 2 placings. And the 1,000 metres certainly right up her alley, where she's now won 3 of 7.
Look, I think there's good value in number 1, Hebe Rebe. He's trialled very well leading into this. He carries big weights well, and by gee, he's absolutely glowing in the yard. Look, I respect Red Hannigan. He should have run second behind Private Steer first up. If this race was 1,300 metres, I'd say he was unbeatable. Just a slight query, 1,100 to 1,500, but geez, his first up run was a beauty. I think he's in for a good preparation, this horse. Best of the rest, 3 Diamond racing with his confidence sky high at the moment, winning 3 straight. The money on tracks come for Galante, the Bart Cummings horse. He's had 1 run back in an unsuitable race, steps up to a preferred distance today, and by gee, there's a lot of confidence around about him. 1 on top, Hebe Rebe, hardest to beat definitely 4 Red Hannigan, and throw in 3 Diamond.
The protest continues at Moonee Valley after race 5. It's second against first, and alleged interference at the top of the straight. They're still fighting it out in the steward's room at the...
So the 4 out are Diamond, Galante, Stormbuster and the player. Red Hannigan hasn't had a lot of racing. He's had a lot of problems. His last win was at Canterbury back in March of 2002, if memory serves me correctly. What will we just check the form guide? Yes, in the Eskimo Prince. Galante, 1 run back from a spell. He's on screen now. He's a little bit reluctant to move up. His second up record has been okay. And of course, he raced very well in the autumn, particularly in the Carbine when he ran second to Who Did It, a very promising horse. Previous race of the day won by number 6, Ariante, ridden by Len Beasley, beat 9 Dashing Away, 8 Mrs. 10 Dulker and 2 Domini. The third to Durra, the second went to Maya Chanticleer, and Santissima won the first. Who will win race number 5? The Tuesday Slave Millinery Handicap will know shortly. They're all in the gates and set to go. And they're off this time. Immediately Stormbuster dropped out to last, and who is going to lead it is Lazaz at this stage from the player. And then comes Jade Prince, and moving forward quickly is Diamond. Red Hannigan is right up with the leaders, followed closely by Lily O'Reilly, 2.5 to Hebe Rebe. Stormbuster on its inside by the 1,200, and last is Galante. Well, now let's go to have a look at what's going to happen between Jade Prince and Lazaz, and Jade Prince goes along to the 1,000 marker, about a neck on Lazaz, a length and a half away. Third on the inside is Red Hannigan, followed by the Grey Diamond. 2.5 the player. Lily O'Reilly back on the inside of the player. Then Hebe Rebe, Stormbuster the fence, and Galante last. Down the side they gallop here, and the clear-cut leader is Jade Prince by a length and 3/4. Lazaz, Diamond third, Red Hannigan fourth, and 2 the player, followed by Lily O'Reilly. Hebe Rebe keeping company there with Stormbuster, and Galante last 10 lengths from the leader Jade Prince as they commence the run around the bend now. And Jade Prince again being taken on by Lazaz. Diamond going up 3 wide, and then Red Hannigan momentarily snookered, followed by its stablemate Lily O'Reilly the player, and then comes Hebe Rebe as they come past the 300. Jade Prince headed by Lazaz. Red Hannigan's got a clear run at them from Diamond the player, Hebe Rebe, Lily O'Reilly, and Galante warming up in the meantime. Red Hannigan the favourite hits the front. Galante is the big danger. Red Hannigan the leader. Galante trying to get to Red Hannigan as they reach the line. Oh, there won't be much in this as they race away from us. Red Hannigan on the inside, and Galante's made one big dive. Leave it to the judge from Hebe Rebe with the player and a photo for the minor end of the prize. Diamond, Lazaz, followed by Stormbuster, Jade Prince, and Lily O'Reilly. Stand by for placings after race number 5 today. Just got to keep this outside horse well in your sights here. Yeah, Red Hannigan will get this. Looking at the free shot, that is the ground camera. The longer shot will probably indicate it is closer than it looks to the those watching on course on the big screen. And let's have a look at this long shot. Well, on the long shot, oh gee, Galante's right there. From here, it's an acute angle. It's a shocker, Rosehill, really. It's never changed from the 6 or so broadcasting positions we've had. The track is not parallel with the various positions in the stands that we've occupied over a long span. And here's the number. Number 6 gets up. Number 6, Galante, is the winner, ridden by Darren Beedman. Yes, the ground shot is inconclusive and the long shot is a better guide. The winner is number 6, Galante, ridden by Darren Beedman. Number 4 gets second, and that is Red Hannigan, ridden by Danny Beasley. And number 1, Hebe Rebe, ridden by Ronnie Stewart, third. And number 10, the player, was the official fourth. 6, 4, 1 and 10, Galante. Second up for me, Good, by Carnegie from Carmel Valley. Trained by Bart Cummings, winning double for Bart. He trained my Chanticleer, or does train that second winner. And it's 3 for Darren Beedman. Santissima, my Chanticleer, and now Galante beating 4, Red Hannigan, by De Heer, trained by Gay, written by Danny Beasley, and number 1, Hebe Rebe. Good run first up from a let up by Switch in time. Noel Mayfield Smith, Ronnie Stewart.
Okay, Darren Beedman on fire today at Rosehill. He sits out the Theo Marks Stakes, and he's back for the Research Stakes where he rides Forum Floozy, and in the last, Darren Beedman's on the bottom way, Tumbani. The protest at Moonee Valley's been dismissed. Placings will stand now as 11, 5 and 4. Quinella $140.20. Trifecta $3,510.
Empyrean, Zach Purton won the year before. Yoko Odo, Chris Morn. Right back to Glenn Boss, won this in 1989 on Foreign Port. So Tad Patillo. Well, that was Tony or Tad. One of the others just listed as T. Tad, is it? Tad back in 92 on Gundownie. So there's been some very good apprentices win this race over the years. So Lacey rides Kid Treasure here. She won the first race today in our Fabio. These runners are about to be called forward. Kid Treasure's been well back late. Now the market here sees Kid Treasure very well supported late in betting. Currently showing $2.90 on Unitab. Our Blueberry Hill $7. Full on Fra $7.60. But here on track, Kid Treasure's been very well backed. Very good money for Mixer Dad. Big shortener here on course as well. So it's been a good betting race. Now our Blueberry Hill comes up into the gate. Sam's Dream about to come along with Philp and Semi Zoom. Full on Fra, Inner City, Coral Salute and Nosy Man. And the field of 10 will be all set and ready to go. Semi Zoom just a little bit reluctant to go in. Good betting race, isn't it, when you have a look at it? Kid Treasure's been well backed. Good money for Mixer Dad. Been very well back Mixer Dad, I can tell you that much here on course. It's expected to go a lot better than it did the other day. Now the last of these are coming up. Here's Coral Salute going in. Sam's Dream. It's one of the races that all apprentices love to win, the Apprentices Cup. It's a feature race for our young riders. Carries a lot of prestige. Now here's Full On Fra coming forward with Inner City, and Nosy Man will be the last. Our favourites, Kid Treasure, Lacey Morrison rides, Barrier 1. Races with the green and pink braces. Now they're all in the stalls and we're set to go. All in the gates, just waiting the starting signal. It's given as I speak, so we're set, ready to go in the Apprentices Cup. Stand by for a start. And they're racing, and Kid Treasure off the inside left well. Full On Fra missed it badly. He's about 2 or 3 lengths off at the rear. Our Blueberry Hill was one of the first to go, and he leads with Semi Zoom and Coral Salute when they settle. And the favourite Kid Treasure's going to box seat about 4th the fence. Inner City Races in 5th position, followed by Mixer Dad, a couple, Sam's Dream, followed by Nosy Man, and then Full On Fra and Philpers last of all. On the first corner, 900 metres to go. Inner City's going up 3 deep on the outside to join Semi Zoom in the lead. Coral Salute a length the way 3rd. Our Blueberry Hill is 4th and 2 to Kid Treasure. It's 5th on the inside of Sam's Dream, 2 to Mixer Dad. Then comes Nosy Man, Full On Fra's out 3 deep, and 3 lengths last of all was Phil. Inner City goes to the lead at the 600 metres mark, brings them onto the corner. Coral Salute second on the inside from Semi Zoom. Kid Treasure gets a good run on the fence. Our Blueberry Hill is deep, and Sam's Dream's pulled out to make a run as they turn. In the straight, Inner City is the leader, might be away from the fence. Kid Treasure's running second from Our Blueberry Hill, Coral Salute, and Sam's Dream running home, but Inner City is still clear past the 200. It's well clear. Our Blueberry Hill next, followed by Sam's Dream, Kid Treasure, but it is all Inner City with 100 metres left to go. Sam's Dream went to second, but Inner City's bolted in by 3 lengths. Sam's Dream. Our Blueberry Hills run 3rd, Kid Treasure 4th from Nosy Man, Mixer Dad. The next home in the race then came Semi Zoom from Full On Fra, and then came Coral Salute, and tailed back last was Philp. Yoshi Yamazaki, the boom apprentice from the Debbie Newham stable in Toowoomba, wins the 2003 Apprentices Cup. He rode 3 winners at Ipswich on Thursday. He's come with a rush in the last 4 or 5 weeks, this young man. And he has ridden this Inner City. He was about 5th early. He let it slide on the outside. And there's one thing you've got to say about this young apprentice. Horses just run for him. Now, that horse ran the entire trip. There was some doubt that he mightn't run the distance out, but not according to Yoshi Yamazaki. He just lets them run, and horses travel. He gets down low, rides them out, and Inner City, they never, ever look like getting near him. And Yoshi's apprenticed to Debbie Newham in Toowoomba, and we're going to see and hear a lot more of this young man in town well and truly from after today. Be a lot of people who probably don't know too much about him. We've seen a lot of him in the provincials. And I'm here to tell you, folks, you've witnessed a rider that you're going to see a lot of in this year's Apprentices Cup.
Stakes. The 2 main fancies, La Zagaletta and Vocabulary, having its 3rd run back from a break today, with Dan Nikolic in the saddle. Vocabulary, trained by Nick Price, a mare by Costa del Lago, and she was narrowly beaten by Super Elegant in the JJ Liston Stakes last start at Caulfield. That was some 21 days ago. Having her
goes for Peter Mertens. Previous on the card, victory to Edgston, ridden by Matt Pumper. 4th was taken out by General Booth, Damien Oliver. The 3rd was won by Youth for Stephen Arnold. The 2nd by Pretty Penny, Reese McLeod, and the 1st was won by Casual Pass, Noel Callow. Now, Penny Gem about to move up here with the barrier blanket on. Placed in the Queensland Oaks. She goes in next to La Zagaletta. Old marvel he is. He ran 3rd in this race last year. 2nd in it in the year 2000. Piace goes into the stalls. First run in 1949, this race. There's only been 1 horse win here and go on and win the Melbourne Cup in the same year. Rising Fast in 1954. Recent winners, Fields of Omar last year. Before that, Northerly and Sunline. better loosen up a previous winner. It's been a good horse's race, but not particularly for as far as the Melbourne Cup goes. More support for this mare Vocabulary. She when she won here before going out for a spell, it was the race that Danny Nicolix suggested she'd be winning Group 1 races. That was back in March. Well, this is a chance to win Group 2 anyway. In she goes. White cap on Vocabulary, and the navy cap is on Chattanooga's rider Dale Smith. De Gaulle Lane completed it. They're all in. Set to run. The Group 2 Fian. All clear, they're off now. And Vocabulary jumped okay. Zvezda, one of the first out. Natural Blitz a little slow. He's settling at the end of the field with Chattanooga and Pure Theatre, and Vocabulary striding over the field to find the lead early. But here's pressure from outside now. Zvezda and De Gaulle Lane particularly is driving for the lead, and Out of Options just off them. So De Gaulle Lane goes to the front, into the back now. He's a length and a half to Zvezda. Vocabulary holding third with Out of Options around it, and then came Penny Gem. Pure Theatre taking off 3 and 4 wide towards the leaders, and Vicksburg is next. They're followed by Bush Padre, La Zagaletta about midfield or a little worse on the rail, followed by Piace, Chattanooga, Cumbria, and Natural Blitz is last of all, about 12 off the leader. De Gaulle Lane at the 800 by a length and a half. Out of Options second. Zvezda's a length away third. Pure Theatre a half length away fourth. Vocabulary a length back fifth on the inside now. The speed is very genuine. They're followed then by Vicksburg around the outside of Penny Gem. 1.5 to Bush Padre, just tickled along a little bit, followed by La Zagaletta, Chattanooga, Piace, Cumbria hard ridden, and Natural Blitz starting a long run. It's De Gaulle Lane, the leader, coming towards the 400, got away by 2.5. Out of Options. Vocabulary is making ground along the inside now. Zvezda's under pressure. La Zagaletta's coming through on the fence, and Natural Blitz winds up wide. De Gaulle Lane running a big race. He's cornering by 2. Vocabulary gives chase now. Natural Blitz, the widest, is still coming, and then La Zagaletta. De Gaulle Lane grabbed by Vocabulary. Natural Blitz is after Vocabulary. Vocabulary about a head in front of De Gaulle Lane. Natural Blitz driving now. Natural Blitz grabbing the lead, and Natural Blitz a deserved win over Vocabulary. Third, De Gaulle Lane ran a great race. Next, Out of Options battled strongly. Piace ran on. La Zagaletta next, followed then by Bush Padre, Penny Gem, and behind these to finish Cumbria, Chattanooga, and they were trailed further back by Zvezda and Pure Theatre with Vicksburg last in. Well, does he deserve that? Number 10, Natural Blitz taking it out, $5 and 2.10, grabbing Vocabulary $1.70, and De Gaulle Lane 6.20 in third. Numbers coming through 10, 14 and 5. They're official. They've run 136.7. Coming from clear last, Kieran McAvoy started a long run on this fellow, and he just continued to find the line. It was a very, very good win. He's just come right around everything in the race. There was no chance he was going to be ridden for luck and try and pick his way through the field today. It was D-Day. He had to start winning, and he's done it the hard way, coming right around everything in the race, and a very, very impressive win. Finally, he's cracked it for another win. He won a Group 2 in April, of course, at Rose Hill, but his form guide just peppered with hard luck stories. And it just went through my mind about 100 odd metres out. He just started to roll in a little bit, whether he might have been unlucky again. But he has been able to finish more strongly than Vocabulary. She's run gamely, have a perfect trail, fifth on the rails, got to the lead just after they turned for home. But Natural Blitz proved too strong. 10, 14, 5. De Gaulle Lane running along strongly in front, and he didn't shirk the issue. His effort was good. The fourth place going to Out of Options. He's strung together a couple of nice runs in the Mimsy and the Fian now. And fifth home going to La Zagaletta. 136.7. Divi's $5 and 2.10 for the winner. 170 second, 6.20 third, 9.30 Quinella, 22.30 Exacta, $434.90 the trifecta. Running double paid $120.70. Short neck by 1 1/4 the margins. A short neck, 1 1/4. 136.7 the time.
And a lovely smile from Kieran McAvoy as he greets the judge after winning the Fian Stakes this afternoon on a very good horse, Natural Blitz. Side by De Heer, of course, the sire of Defier, who goes round in the Theo Marks Stakes at Rose Hill very soon. Next, we're heading to Morphettville for race 5. Number 1, Harley Ma, is the favourite for the Lindsay Park Morphettville Guineas. Dan O'Sullivan has a horse engaged in this, Song of the Sun, around the $7 mark at the moment. Let's see if he thinks the horse can win today.
Listed race. Racing. Harley Ma dwelt slightly but mustered soon after. Old Friends Gold was out fast with Tully Shell, and down the outside Harley Ma presses on. Through on the inside, Song of the Sun, though, is holding the rails at the moment, but will hand it up and sits second to Old Friends Gold. Now behind those on the inside, Free Friday of La Boisselle, and Touched by God 3 deep at the 1200 metre corner. 2 lengths away, Archliner on the outside of Princess Danette from Mina Koya inside Ictabas, at Our Perfect World at the rear. Coming down the side, 1100 metres to go, Old Friends Gold by 2 lengths. In second place, Harley Ma. 2 away, third, Song of the Sun, and a half, Tully Shell. 2 lengths further away came Touched by God. It's racing on the outside of La Boisselle and 3 deep. Over on the rails next, Free Friday. 2 lengths away came Archliner, who's around Princess Danette from Mina Koya Ictabas at Our Perfect World. One of the 5 McAvoy runners is speeding along in the lead. Old Friends Gold leads by 3. Harley Ma travelling second. A length away third, Tully Shell, and Song of the Sun goes nicely fourth on the inside from Touched by God, niggled at. Then came Archliner moving up around La Boisselle, followed by Free Friday, Princess Danette, Ictabas, Our Perfect World. Mina Koya is under the whip, straightening in the Lindsay Park Guineas at the 300, and now Harley Ma went to the lead from Old Friends Gold. Song of the Sun ducking in, then Tully Shell running a race. Behind those, wider out, Touched by God. La Boisselle runs on behind them. Harley Ma hit the lead from Song of the Sun in third position. Over on the inside, battling away Old Friends Gold, but Harley Ma is going to win. Harley Ma on the line and neck. Second, Song of the Sun closed quickly late. Winner did seem to shift a little late, but the margin's big. In third place, a good run, Old Friends Gold. It got it from Our Perfect World, Free Friday, Touched by God, and also Tully Shell, all in a big line with La Boisselle. From Princess Danette, Mina Koya, Archliner, and Ictabas came in just behind those, 138.88. Harley Ma, number 1, firmed to 250. Always shorter on track. Harley Ma, number 1, has won from Song of the Sun. She took a while to warm up at the 200. She was ducking in under pressure, but she's found the line okay. As Dan said on interview, she probably wants 2,000 to 2,400. So there's a nice pointer to the future. She's got no troubles with the trip. 1 will beat 5. Old Friends Gold. Good gallant run in third place. First of the McAvoy runners home into third place in the Lindsay Park Guineas.
Okay, 157 after the running of the Morphettville Guineas this afternoon. The trip from Melbourne